No, just that something to do with his hip, and we'll know more tomorrow.
Ron, obviously, third down defense was a struggle for you guys today. What was the issue there?
Well, that's probably the biggest disappointment was we had some opportunities and we didn't convert them. You know, we had third and long at the very end, and gave it up. Some things we got to take a look at and see exactly what went wrong and get those things corrected.
As far as the offense goes, obviously with Fitzpatrick, things were struggling with Taylor Heineke seemed to pick up. What did you notice early on? What did you kind of think?
Well, I think the biggest thing that you see a little bit is because of Taylor's ability to improvise, move on the run. I think that gave a little bit of a spark when we needed it. It was good to see. And, we gave ourselves an opportunity. We just got to protect the ball better.
Coach, what would be your decision to punt it?
4th and 7. That's probably it right there. 4th and 7. We felt we had an opportunity to get them pinned. And we ended up with a 3rd and 7, a 3rd and 18 or whatever it was. And you would like to believe you're going to convert that. Unfortunately, we didn't. So we got to take a look at that. But if we had converted it, it might have been a different story. But,
Matter of trusting your defense more than your offense, or what ultimately was.
Well, I mean, I was feeling pretty good about the way we were rolling there for a while. It's just unfortunate we had an opportunity on 3rd and real long, and we didn't take care of the business.
Ron, it's still so fresh in your mind. What's your biggest frustration, just kind of when you think back to this game?
The little details, and again, the ugly head of not doing your job, not doing your responsibility, I should say. You're responsible for something. You got to do it no matter what. You've got to trust that the other guys are doing their jobs. We looked at some of the things on the tablets, and you can see we've got guys not where they're supposed to be defensively. As far as offense was concerned, some of the missed blocks, some of the missed assignments there. So that's we'll get a better look at it tomorrow as coaches, or actually tonight, to be honest with you. We'll look at it then, and we'll get that taken care of. But there's not much we can do because, again, we play on Thursday. So this will be really just a very brief thing for us in terms of explaining things to the players and then getting ready for the Giants.
I was just going to say that, the short turnaround, Thursday now. I mean, now a sense of urgency, you got to get a win here. You don't want to fall down 0-2.
Yeah, we do. I mean, I get that, Scott. I'm with you on that. But again, we just got to take care of our business more so than anything else and go out and do things that we're capable of.
What do you attribute that to, the fact that you had those guys out of position? What do you attribute?
Well, I think guys trying to do things, do more than they're supposed to. We got a little saying, we need 11 guys doing one thing at a time, not one guy trying to do 11 things. And that's probably some of the disappointment because when you watch some of the things, we had some things called specifically for certain things to happen, and we ended up with 2 guys in one area that somebody's not doing their job.
So you're talking about missed assignments more so than like players trying to free your hands?
Maybe a little bit of both. I mean, you really can't tell until you really watch the tape.
The defensive line, notice you guys were making a number of rotations. The one play that sticks out to me is that 3rd down, where I think James Williams.
Right. Well, what happened is those guys that played 7 straight plays in a row on defense, and so they rotated out.
You said in the second quarter you moved Chase Young over to the left-hand side. What did you guys see that you like that matchup with him on the left-hand side of the defensive line and the moving process like over as well?
It's just part of the rotation. They go in and they move and they'll attack the other guy and switch it up for each other. It's something that's very common.
Sorry to revisit Nikki's question. Is 7 like a magic number? Just that?
No, it's just if you watch them and see how they're dragging a little bit, it's time to rotate.
Did you get a sense for how Tubell and Smith Williams did out there?
They were out there doing their jobs.
Ron, do you think that if Fitzpatrick is healthy on Thursday, he's your guy, or did you see some stuff?
We'll see. There's some things that we got to go through and talk about, and and we'll get ready tomorrow as we get started.
Is Kyle ready to jump into the backup role?
Yes. If he ends up having to do that, yes, we'll be ready.
Other than mobility, did they stick out to you about Taylor's game?
He just brought some energy.
What did you think of Ryan before he got hurt?
I thought Ryan was efficient. We just got to capitalize, and we can't miss blocks. We can't miss assignments, and that's unfortunate.
We saw Damon Davis out at the start of the game. Is that a matter of easing him in?
That's a matter of personnel. We match up, and early on we matched up, and he wasn't in because we were into our sub package, one of our different sub packages. Then we rotated him back in, and then we rotated and we took John Bostic out. Then we took Cole Holcomb out. I mean, again, we're going to try and use these guys in packages that we believe best fit and suit each guy.
If you use three safeties, which you have the luxury of doing that with those three guys.
Yes, we do.
What does that give you?
Well, you got a group of guys that you can move around and use and hopefully put them in the best position to have success.
Ron, what do you think about Benjamin St. Just? It seems like the Chargers and Herbert were really testing him.
Yeah, they did. They did target him, you know. And again, it's one of those things that you can create those things through matchups, through motions, through movements, you know. And again, it's something he'll learn. I mean, at the end of the day, you know, that's what teams do. They find the way to attack you. And, you know, our counter has to be we've either got to play better or we got to give him some help. And we'll take a nice long look at it and make sure we are giving him enough help or we're putting him in a better position to win.
What was the broad plan against Justin Herbert? And obviously, what were your thoughts on it?
Well, you know, we hoped to get a little bit more pressure on him, putting a little bit more of first and second and long as opposed to, you know, some of the situations they had. I mean, it's going to be interesting to take a look at all the third downs and see exactly what they were. Were they third and longs, third and mediums, third and shorts? And, you know, if that's the case, then we know we got to be better on first and second down. I mean, there's a lot of things for us to look at, you know, off of this first game.
The offensive line, did you just see guys getting beat, or were they?
No, I think there are some things that, again, that play into certain situations. And, you know, this first game out, and we'll see how it looks when we get a chance to really break it down on tape.
You had a lot of rookies. Sorry. You had a lot of rookies in pretty key roles today. How do you think they handled the bigger team?
I think they handled it pretty well for the most part. I know, again, I thought Sam was really tested. I thought Jamin, you know, had some opportunities, and I thought he took advantage of some of them. You know, we saw Benjamin really having them go at it. You saw the threat of what Diami's speed can do. You know, and that's pretty special. John was out there, and not an awful lot, but he was out there and did some things. So we'll get a chance to watch him on tape and see pretty much what we got from him. So, you know, the young guys, you know, there's a little bit of a baptism under fire, but it was good for them.
Ron, when you bring in a guy like Brian Fitzpatrick in the offseason and there's tangible excitement building off the last season, when he gets hurt, like, did you notice an effect for the rest of the guys that were playing with it?
I thought it was, you know, it had its moment, but at the same time, I think, you know, when Taylor stepped in and brought some energy, I thought that was a huge plus.
Does he just naturally do that, or what is it about?
Now, there is something about Taylor, you know, that's a huge positive. It brings a little something.
You mentioned the fact that the Chargers were testing Benjamin St. Just because they find that weakness. For you guys, it seemed like that was working against the right side of the line for the Chargers specifically. I think Chase Young had that pressure that led to Jonathan Allen's sack, and I think that's also where Montez Sweat. Just again, what did you guys notice on that right side of the line that you kind of liked, or like kind of led to that success?
No, I think the big thing about what we do is really just trying to find opportunities to move guys around more so than anything else. And they rotate too on their own. Just again, they feel certain things, and you know, you give them the leeway to do those things.
Who was your backup quarterback when Taylor went in? Was it Logan Thomas?
Yeah, we have a backup we feel pretty good about.
Because that was Brandon Staley's a new coach and all that, even though you've seen what he's running for, did it take a little bit to figure out defensively how they're trying
I think after that first series, we kind of settled in a little bit offensively, as far as our defense was concerned in terms of what to anticipate. You know, you have an idea, but after you see them, then it confirms it. You know, the thing that was legit really is who Justin Herbert is. You know, he's a heck of a quarterback. Got a great arm. He's got quick twitch, makes quick decisions. You look at Kyle Allen, who's Allen, you know, their wide receiver, and you sit there and you think, God, this kid's pretty special. And you know that you have to account for guys like that.
On the Antonio Gibson fumble, I don't know what you saw, but obviously that was a big moment.
Well, yeah, what you would like to see in Antonio is press the hole a little bit more. You know, and that's what happens when you're a little inexperienced. You don't press the hole as much as you should. And he bounced it probably a little too quick. And then when he tried to make a move, he got a little careless and got his arm out from his body. You know, when you get that close to the line of scrimmage, that tight to the goal line, you've got to understand you've got to keep it high and tight. And, you know, he'll learn. I mean, you know, this is really the second real year as a running back. You guys saw how dynamic he can be. You saw how explosive he can be. But at the same time, he's just got to understand he's got to protect the ball better.
2
How did you guys get Terry McLaurin and Logan Thomas mixed in a little bit earlier in the game? I noticed that Terry didn't have any catches in the first half, but obviously that drive where you guys got the touchdown, he and Logan were a big part of that. How can you guys get them more integrated into the offense?
Well, I think again, it's you early on. You take what they give you. You know what I'm saying? And if you're not having success, you know you're only getting what they're giving you. Now you have a little success, it opens them up. They have to get off a little bit. And when we started running the ball a little more effectively, you could see the passing game begin to open up.
Justin Hopkins makes the first three. Did that kind of validate your confidence in him? And then
Yeah, it did, but that was what was it, 53 was the one he missed?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think the one thing he's just got to do is hell, it's a 53-yarder, just stroke it. Because if you look at the ones that were kicked from the whatever it was, 40-something, that thing hit the net. So if you hit that ball with the same stroke, you're going to be fine. And there's something about that number when you start talking about 50 that gets into the kickers overthink things, in my opinion. And Dustin's got a good stroke. So does it validate it? Yeah, but you would like to see him make them all.
was it on the board at all to give him that opportunity? I think it was 58 on that 4th and 7. Was that too far?
That was too far. The last thing you wanted to do was to give them the ball there, on the 48-yard line. So, again, the idea was just to punt it, pin him down there, keep him down there, get the ball back, and get an opportunity to score. So that's really what that decision was all about.
Last one. About the defensive line generally, what did you make of Chase Young specifically?
I thought he had his moments. I mean, early on they got the ball out quick. They used a lot of play action. He got chipped a lot, and that's what's going to happen. He's just going to have to understand it. You're not going to get free shots. You're going to have to work for everything he gets. And when teams try to control the pass rush that way, we've got to come up with some more opportunities somewhere else too. So we'll see. And again, like I said, I can't wait to take an opportunity to take a look at the tape and see exactly what happened.
All right, thanks, Coach.
All right, cool.